Rise and shine, wild ones. It's Bernadette King. I'm here with your Pick a Card Daily Tarot reading for Sunday, September 20th, 2020. That's a lot of 20s. That's a lot of 2s. Numerologically, very, very powerful stuff. Lots of angel energy near. So, I love Sunday readings. They are like a big meditation, a big prayer to me. And I'm grateful for every other minute of every other day of every other week, every other day in the week. But there's just something really special about Sundays. Maybe that's because whatever is sacred to you, that's what Sundays call for. If it's taking a walk in nature, if it's communing with your own spirit, the all that is, friends and family. If you go to a church, if you worship in any way, Sunday's chakra is the crown chakra. Its motto is I understand. Its color is purple. The element is thought. In Sanskrit, the purple or crown chakra is Sahasrara. Again, country girl trying to speak Sanskrit. It's never pretty, but I try, y'all. I do. Because I want you to know it, and I love you, and I love that you don't, I love that you don't make fun of me for it. So Sundays are days that I love to wear my sunstone, because the planetary influence of Sunday is the sun, as you might imagine. And sun is all about clarity, which ties into the I understand. So as you move through your day today, no matter what's going on, know that you're being supported by those energies that are tied to the day. Now, let's move on to the tarot or oracle part of the reading. And if you're just joining me, the deck that I use is my own award-winning deck, the Arc Animal Tarot and Oracle deck. And it's based on the traditional Rider-Waite system, but also can be used as an oracle deck. And along with the 78 cards in the deck, there are 22 extra just strictly oracle cards. And today, the Macaque card came out. And I want you to really take a look at that card. Isn't it beautiful? The moms sitting there nursing their babies. They look like they're all just in this beautiful sense of just wrapped up in just love and divine energy. And as hokey as that sounds, I don't care. That's what that card means. And that's what macaques mean. And especially when the moms are, feeding their babies. And that's not to take away from macaque daddies. They're probably out hunting and foraging and gathering and, defending and all that kind of thing. But in the monkey family or the macaque family or, the great apes and all of those in between, the family unit is some kind of strong, beautiful, amazing, amazing unit. And it is quite something to behold. So, since Macaque is coming to you on this beautiful Sunday, understand that they have intimate ties to the goddess, the yin and yang symbolism, and something really unusual about macaques is, yes, I know over time as humans have encroached on their territory, they've learned to live next to them in peace and harmony, but not all animals do that, you guys. They really don't. But macaques seem to, from observation, they seem to have really not had a problem coexisting with mankind. And it's really a great lesson for all of us to watch, because they'll come out to the banks of the rivers and they'll bathe and they'll take care of their families. I mean, really, it's not very much different than watching all the families go to Daytona or St. Augustine or the beaches out, wherever the beaches are, wherever the parks, wherever the churches, wherever the gathering places are, the community centers, when everybody just gets together and they're all doing their best to get along, to coexist in that one place. So that's something energetically that you can take through your Sunday today. And, don't get so frazzled. Like, Sundays are big days to spend with families, and oh my God, the stories that people tell at work or, through on Facebook or through, instant messages or whatever, text messages about what's going on with their families. Okay, there's a kooky one in every crowd. There's an opinionated one in every crowd. There's a boisterous one. There's a shy one. There's one of everyone in every crowd. Okay, they're as deserving of your love and your understanding as what you think they should be or not be or whatever. Because guess what? they're loving you and being tolerant of you and coexisting with you, and you may not be so perfect in their eyes. So make sure that no matter what you're doing today, you you take into consideration that we're all here, we all deserve to be here, and do your very, very best to coexist with whatever you need to coexist with, or whomever you need to coexist with today. Now, also, macaques, because they're in trees so much, they can be associated with the air element, and they make such leaps and jumps, but they can move on all fours. This gives you the symbolism and meaning today of, you want to go high, you want to stay on the ground, you want to go in between, you want to take giant leaps, you need to feel grounded and stay on all twos or on all fours. Okay, you're capable of doing every bit of that today. And when you make that decision, know that you're going to do it without getting all flustered and all frazzled. By and large, macaques are pretty, they're not docile, they're wild animals, but they don't get frazzled so very easily. When they do, it's pretty horrifying. It's pretty horrifying, but generally they don't. And so you can move with that throughout your day today. The other thing that we can look to for macaques, or look to macaques for and tap into their energy and medicine for, is they just have such an amazing language between them. Even if they're separated by 100 miles, or they're moved to another group, because they won't do it. I'm talking about man is, moves them for some stupid reason or whatever. They will find a way to communicate with that group, because each group has its own dialect, like a little mini tribe. And they will learn that dialect, and they will learn that voice, and they will learn those vocalizations, and they will learn to communicate however they need to and however they can. So understand that macaque can give you very, very powerful ways of communicating that will surprise you. You'll be like, did I just say that? What was that me? Like, did I have an out-of-body experience? Maybe. You might have been channeling macaque. Good for you. Also, when we're looking at animals, to the animal symbolism as an oracular reading for the day, or even a tarot reading for the day, it's really important to take in the euphemisms and the modern sayings, as well as some of the older sayings. And everybody's seen those monkeys, see, speak, hear no evil. That's a great thing to say on a Sunday, every day, but for sure on Sundays, when you're more likely to gather with family and friends, or in a community, a congregation. Don't see it, don't speak it, don't hear it. And whatever your expectation is for that day, whatever the intention is that you set for that day, then that should come to you very naturally by adapting or adopting, that saying. Also, maybe this Sunday's getting a little too heavy for you. Maybe you need to have some monkey business. Wink, wink. Maybe you need to have fun like a barrel full of monkeys. Maybe you need to stop monkeying around and get with the program. I don't know, but some of those things could be speaking to you today through this beautiful, beautiful macaque card. Now, there were any number of macaques that could have been one of the animal allies in the ark. But because they are such a matriarchal society, the moms feeding the babies wanted to be in the ark to remind you that it's about how are you feeding those things and those people that are most important to you, that are dear to you, that are sacred to you. Are you feeding them well? Are you feeding them healthily? And I don't mean, are you plopping broccoli in front of them? I don't mean, are you, making sure they cut down on their sugar intake or their caffeine intake, says the woman who had like 5 glasses of iced tea today. I mean, mind, body, spirit. How are you feeding them? What information are you giving them? What kind of love are you showing them? What kind of compassion? What kind of forgiveness? What are you showing them? What are you feeling to show them? What do you want to show them? And all of these things can go true to a situation also. It doesn't just have to be to a human or a an animal. Let me just say that, a human animal or other kinds of animals. It's really about the food that you're feeding to the world. And today's a really good day to take a look at that, because remember now, your crown chakra is part of the energy of today, and you might have a deeper, more clear understanding of what you're doing and moving forward into next week and all the weeks after, what you don't want to do and what you do want to do. So also, when we are talking about, the pick a card daily tarot reading for any day, the animal has got to come to you, and you've got to decide, is it your spirit animal showing up, your totem animal, or your power animal? Now, if you don't know the difference, I won't go into it now, but the video to watch to understand the difference between spirit, totem, and power animals is down in the comments section below, the link to it. So go ahead and click on that. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, and that way you get the daily readings delivered right to you every day, and all of the other information, free videos and tutorials that are on the channel. So if Macaque is coming to you as your spirit animal today, even if you're a male, it's time to focus on the sacred feminine. And the sacred feminine is everything that makes, it's like Father Sky, Mother Earth. It makes it a feminine energy. It's very receptive. It's very nurturing. It's very Mother Gaia-ish. It's very, what can I grow in this world? What can I give to the world? How can I be of service to the world? That's very, very sacred feminine. And you might be feeling maybe not quite as girly as you want. You might be feeling too girly, and you might want to tap into your Joan of Arc today, or you might want to tap into your, your hair tossing and your rodeo shopping, glittery phone wearing self. It's all good. Whoever you need to be today, whatever sacred feminine, divine feminine you want to be today. Okay. I mean, listen, it's Whitney Houston. She said it. I'm every woman. You're every woman. We're all every woman. Eventually, we'll have the conversation about how we're every man too, and we're every animal, and we're every star, and we're every rock, and we're every planet. But for today, be the divine feminine. Let the divine feminine, the sacred feminine, support you, inspire you, and love you. Now, if Macaque is your totem animal, the animal that you most identify with, that's different from your birth totem, which would be your zodiac sign, whether it's Western, Chinese, Native American, Celtic, Aztec, Mayan, that's your birth totem animal. But like me, I identify with bear as my totem animal. It's who I really am, inside and out. So if you identify with Macaque, pardon me, as your totem animal, you are some kind of fierce leader. You thrive when you are in a position of leadership. Even if you are not the one in the lead, you work very, very well with female leaders. You are a great, matriarchal leader. And that can be, within your own family. You can be the matriarch of the family. You can be some big highfalutin CEO or COO or CFO or whatever manager, whatever president, and be a woman who leads, with great power and great wisdom, and also great compassion and great empathy. And rock on. Good for you. The world needs you. The world thanks you for your service. Now, if you're invoking Macaque as your power animal, that tends to be a lot about communication. That tends to happen. People tend to gravitate towards Macaque when they want to develop a unique voice. Remember what I told you earlier about how even if macaques get separated and put into different units hundreds of miles away, where really those particular groupings would never have had the chance to interact and hear each other's language, they learn that language, and yet they still keep their own unique voice. And so whatever you need to say, want to say, maybe you want to write, maybe you want to sing, maybe you want to tell somebody I love you, maybe you want to tell somebody it's over, maybe you want to suggest a partnership of any kind. It doesn't matter, but for the times in your life where it's really important for you to say what you mean and mean what you say, but do it your way, Macaque is a great helpmate for that. You are every animal is you. That macaque energy, that macaque medicine, that macaque ability to create your own unique language and voice, it's inside of you. You just have to ask for it to come out and be willing to show it and let it come out when it does. So I hope that's helpful to you. It's always such an honor serving you. I thank you for tuning in. But the most important thing that you can take through today is what? To stay wild. Happy Sunday.